Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. I'm gonna do a simple card today. I noticed that my other videos have been running on, maybe mainly because I've been doing a lot of coloring and inking and stuff. I'm still gonna do some of that in this one, but it's not gonna be, excuse me, like my previous ones, and it's not gonna be like yesterday's card. That was a total disaster. By the way, you guys have me in stitches. Um, Melinda and Dieta. Oh, you guys are fantastic. Um, anyway, we're gonna get to this card, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to take these strips and I am going to paste them onto. Oh, well, I'll cut a different piece. I didn't realize I grabbed the pearlescent paper. I don't want to use that for this, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And then I'll just do a real quick off camera just to keep it short. But I'm going to layer all this up kind of like that and create a pattern. And then I'm going to cut it. So that'll be our background paper, right? If you don't have pattern paper, this is the easy way. You can use your strips, your extra papers that you have, and you can create your own pattern paper. But I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. We have it done. And I'm going to use, let's see if I can show it to you. Where is it? I'm going to use the stamps I received yesterday, and they're from CC Designs. They're wintertime. Stamps. I bought the dies too because it was on clearance. Hey, why not? But I'm gonna use these two, which I already stamped out, and I'm gonna use the lake of this one. And this is also from CC Designs. I was messing with that for a whole different card, which is gonna take a really long time to make. And this is let's see what the name of that one is. It's the winter scene. So that's what I did. I already stamped them and cut them out, and I'm gonna use the the circle dies, and we might make another one in the back. Don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm gonna color these in, and we'll be right back. Okay, so for our background, the biggest decision you're gonna have to make is what color do you want to add there. These are the colors that we have so far. Do you want to add another blue? Do you want to add pink? Do you want a mixture? I think we could totally go with a different color. But you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe. Oh boy. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do purple. I can't do it. Can't play it safe. Throw a totally different color in. Why not? We can tie it back in with the clothes. We can make their clothes match this, and then it'll all make sense and behave well together. I hope. I love color. I just have to add it. Sometimes I add too much. I know. Just, it's fun. It's crafting. Not that serious. So I'm gonna do two different shades. I'm gonna start with my lighter one. And I think it's just gonna pop. I'm not gonna do down here, because what I'm gonna do down here is I'm gonna put some glue and add some glitter maybe. I don't know. We'll add something that looks like snow. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this one, and then we'll come back. And this is the shaded lilac, and then we're gonna finish it off with the wilted violet. Gotta make them pop. This is the color I used on my cat card. But that one was like more tone on tone. This is just because I don't want to. Let's see. I'm thinking that this is going to be a bad decision. We're going to still go for it. I promise we'll make it work. Okay. All right. That's as simple as it's going to get. Well, that's as complicated as it's going to get. So we're going to remove this, and then I'm going to paint our little pond. And I'm going to color that blue. And I'm going to use one of these to hold this in place so I don't continue to mess up my card. I'm going to just put the light blue all over it. And then I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm going to go all the way around it. I'm going to try to be as careful as I can. And then we're going to go with the mid-tone. Bring some of that color in. And then we'll finish it off. Really blend those colors together. Okay. So when we're done, these guys will be there. We may have to come back and add some more purple. Maybe not. But I am going to add some glossy accents now to this, just so it has enough time to dry. I want it to look like water, like ice, right? I want it to be shiny. And this is a great way to use this stuff in your winter scenes. You can add some a glitter pen underneath, just to make everything shine a little bit, glisten. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. And now we'll let that dry. Once it's fully dry, it'll look like kind of like ice, right? And then even if we have to come back and add some more purple, it doesn't make a difference because it'll resist. So we don't have to worry about ruining it. But now we're going to color our little guys. I'm going to flip this over so it's not distracting. And we can now tie in those other colors just so it makes sense, right? Because I really threw a color that wasn't on it. And it may not look great if you don't bring in some of those other colors. So on her, I'm going to look for our pink. That seems violet. We can use that to match the blue for him, or even for her. But let's start coloring him in. And even though these are pastels, you can come and add, if you have a small snowflake die, you can put a little snowflake on their, you know, shirt, or you can come back with one of the glitter gel pens and just add some shimmer. It's all doable. It's possible to make this look like it belongs, right? Okay, so we're gonna color him in, and we're gonna use, we have the pale pink for her, and we're gonna use the muted brown. Oops. And let's just color him all the way in, except his nose. Our mid-tone, everything looks like a hot mess until you start putting it all together. And that's the important part. Especially if you're gonna start with your alcohol markers. Yeah, don't be afraid of them. Just keep adding color. It's those blends when you really go over it that gives you that nice shading. Then it looks intentional. Even though, to be honest, most of mine is a happy accident. And if you have your markers and you haven't taken them out of your drawers, do so, because they do dry out. And if you spend so much money on these things, you might as well get the best you can out of the most you can out of them. Let's color that. These are small images too, so if you're new to it, it may be a challenge because they're small and you have to be a little more careful, but they're going to be easier to blend and you don't have to worry about a big space that you have to color. So that kind of makes things a little bit easier. I'm just gonna dot his little hands. I'm not even gonna blend it, and I'm gonna use the mid-tone for that. And now let's see what else we can add. I think I'm just gonna grab a different color and do his pants. Let's see. I gotta think about that one. Let me see what color I find and I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna give him some gray pants. I would have done blue, but since the water or ice is blue, our little pond, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want him to get lost. Okay, so we have that, and maybe we can just use this to do his little skates. Tie that in together. And let's see. Maybe we could take our gel pen, if it's working, and add some polka dots. And I'm even going to add a little bit of glitter to his belt. There we go. So we have one down, and let's get some pink for his nose. And I think we're good to go. Actually, I'm going to darken his nose. I think I like that better. Okay, character one, done. We're going to add whatever we want to add in Glossy Accents, which is basically his little shoes. And his nose. And we're done. Okay, so that character is good to go. And we can move over to our little girl. And I'm going to tie in the pink with this one. I'm going to start with my light pink. And I'm also going to tie in that mint. I'm pretty sure I have mint around there. So we're going to do her skirt pink. And maybe her earmuffs. Yeah. Okay. And let's find our, you know, I can use jade. It's about the same. Yeah, that'll work. So let's start coloring her shirt. I'm going to try to avoid the little pom-poms there. And then we're going to do her shoe, also a mint. And now we can shade it in. Let's do that. And then a little bit of this. For some reason, my voice is getting lower. Concentrating. Okay. Now we're gonna get I need to buy more skin blends. I only have one. I have them in the singles, but for some reason some of those markers that should blend together well, they don't. And I think it's because they're super old. Those are the originals. And yeah, they don't color the way they used to. Let's add some shading. And let's just blend that in. And finish it off. Like I said, these are super fast to color. And then we can just take the mid-tone and do the same thing we did with the little bear and just dab it onto these. It's not even worth blending, it's too small. Okay, now let's tackle her hair. And we're going to do that one in the red brown tone. And we're just gonna do a basic blend on it. Sorry it's still quiet. I was just thinking of where, if I wanted to do the flicks or if I just wanted to shade it in. And I'm gonna shade it in. I didn't do the other, I didn't do the little flicks on the bear, so I'm not gonna do it on her either. That one is drying out on me, but I can always use this color. Very similar. So now I'll add more of that mid-tone. And blend that in. Okay. And we'll just keep adding color. I want to make her hair a little bit darker, so I'm going to do that. And this is the best part. You can, with the dark colors, you can start off a little lighter and just add color as you need it. And that way you get something that you're happy with. And then finish it off with our brown, a dark color. And now we have that. Okay, I think we're done with her. And we can add some glitter to hers. We can add, I don't want to add too much to it, but I might just go over her earmuffs and some glitter just so it could stand out a little more. You could still see the pink underneath. So I think she's good to go. Let's give her some pink cheeks because it's cold outside. And let's get some glossy accents on her as well. I'm also going to do it on her shoes. Her little pom-poms and her earmuffs. So all of that is going to stand out. And there's going to be texture on the card. So I'm going to let them dry and then we'll be back when it's all dry. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, we have to decide what we're going to put behind our image. And I'm going to do the white glitter. Well, I'll cut it out and see how it looks. And if not, we can switch it up. So I'm going to do that, wait until this dries, and then we'll come back with it ready to assemble. Okay, so while our little skater's dry, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment here. And what I'm going to put down is skating by with a high. And then we're going to place the magnets there so it doesn't move. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to come back and cut out some of those little trees that we can use also. The sentiment, I'm going to stamp it with VersaFine. Let's get that done. And that's good. Don't need to do anything else there. We can add some snowflakes to it just to add something if we want to. And we're going to stamp these two little trees out. But since I'm going to color them, I'm going to do these with the alcohol proof ink. I'm going to have to fussy cut them out because I don't have the die for that. So let's use our green. These are super quick to color. Add a midtone. And come back with our light. And that's basically it. So we're going to do the same thing to the other tree. And this is because I just want to add a little more color to it. Kind of take away some of that purple. So let's go ahead and add that. And I'm going to finish coloring them, fussy cut them out, and then we'll assemble everything. Okay, so we can start putting this together. And I decided to do a couple of layers. I think that'll look good. And then we can add some trees. Just to add a little more to the background. And then we can get our skaters in there. I might do one more tree just because I feel things look better in threes. Although I don't think the space is gonna allow too much. So I'm gonna get maybe my snowflake punch so we can punch some snowflakes out, and a card base. So let me get that together and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. I already cut out our card base, which, you know, guys, I was using that accent paper, but it seems like they changed their formula because this is not as thick as it used to be. I may have to buy either their thicker one or change. Just a shame. It was on sale. Okay, so we're gonna glue this down. I'm not too worried about the card base though, because all of these layers are gonna add thickness to the card and it's gonna make it a lot more stable. And let's go ahead and put this down. And we could shift it if we need to, and if it's a little off, we can always trim it, so I don't concern myself too much with that. Okay. So that's that. And now we could start adding our circles. I'm going to glue this one down first. Just because I want to see if I want to pop that one up on some foam tape. So let's do that. And then we'll see, get those guys off. If we need to pop it up. And I think I'm going to, just because I like dimension. So let me get that done. I'm going to start with the middle. And just work my way up. This foam tape is so thin that it doesn't really provide too much of a lift, but it's enough so you can notice it. Let's see up here. And then we can cut it. And then down here. And I did get my punch out and cut the little snowflakes out. Much more than we're going to need, but I'd rather have extra. Once I had purchased some sequins that was looked like snowflakes, and I lost them. I think I threw the whole pack in the garbage. And I searched and searched for them because I swore that I wouldn't do something like that. But I think I did. Never found them again. Okay, here, take your time. Try to get it as in there as possible. And then we have that. Now we could just start adding our characters and our trees. I'm going to put one tree on this side. Doesn't matter if it's close to the edge. And then one on the other side. It's all just building a scene. And then we decide where we want our little skaters. And I think about there. And we could pop them up if we want. I'm not going to, I'm just going to glue them right down, and then we can add some of these little snowflakes here and there. So let's go ahead and put these guys in their place. I'm trying to make it seem like she made that line. Okay, and then we're gonna glue him down. Super cute. And let's get some snowflakes. Let's do that. Hold it for a second. Let me put one here. And I'm gonna do 5. I like uneven numbers, which is why the 2 trees are bothering me. Okay. And then we'll just put one at the top. Yeah, maybe all the way at the top. Okay. And there we go. So we have our little scene. This would have been cute also in like a shaker card or a snow globe. That would have been cute. I'm placing plenty of glue because there's all different kind of textures on this thing. So, and now we just need to see where we want to put it. You could have put ribbon. You could have put another piece of paper going in the opposite direction, horizontally. But I think we're good. It's already busy. And I honestly think now that the purple did work out. That's our little card. I hope you guys like it. I hope this makes up for that one. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one, guys. Bye.